Welcome back to 5 Themes, where we delve into topics shaping our modern lives. Today we are diving into the impact of social media on happiness. I'm Pranav Bhardwaj, and I'm excited to welcome Nikhil sir. So can you please introduce us?
Yeah, so my name is Nikhil Thakur and I'm working as research teaching student at Department of Anthropology, Ahmed University, Noida. And also I'm a research scholar at the same department. So yeah. So in today's life, social media is very much important. When we talk about anthropology is the science of humans, and we talk about the human interaction on social media. In today's life, social media is very much important for the students, for like youngsters when we talk about students or youngsters from the age 14 to 21. Usually they do share their thoughts, their you can say emotions on social media. For example, let us take a recent example. If I like a video and I share that video on social media status, for example Instagram, people used to think that I'm into the same emotion. For example, if I'm sharing a sad story, they'll be like, if I'm sad. So it's like more emotion. So whatever we are sharing, it shows our emotion and our mental state. And which is, you can say, a social media is defining a human behavior. So this is a bigger question for today's life.
That's great, sir. How does social media influence our feelings of happiness and well-being?
Okay, so you must have seen this is a new technology used by Instagram especially. You will usually focus on Instagram. So for example, you are sad, it will start showing you the reel which influence your sadness. It will start showing you, for example, you got a breakup. It will start showing you the sad stories, the romanticizing things and all. If you're happy, it will start showing you the reels which for happiness. So it records your requirement, show you reels like that. But don't you think that it's like it is more infringing towards your privacy? For example, if you're sad, it will show you more sad videos, which will, you can say, take you towards more sadness. So it's like controlling your emotions. Social media is nowadays controlling your emotions.
What are positive effects of social media on happiness?
Okay, so positive effects of social media on happiness. Especially if you ask most of the people what makes them happy. So you must have seen some people are helping animals. They're cuddling with dogs and different kind of animals. So you can see some inspiring stories. So there is an Instagram page called Humans of Mumbai, Humans of Bombay, you can say. They show the inspiring stories of people, different categories of people, which is inspiring. So this sometimes makes us happy. Yes, there are some people, humanity is still alive in the society.
That's great. So, can excessive use of social media lead to decreased happiness?
Exactly. For example, if you see, usually nowadays in smartphone, especially in iPhone, we do have a technology that there is a time limit set for social media use. For example, if you ask a person who is into excessive social media use, for example, whatever you're doing, people will start posting on Instagram. First, it will infringe your privacy. The second thing is, it will open up your life towards everyone. They'll start judging you on the way you post. For example, if you post more about food and you can say food vlogs, people will start judging that you are more foodie. If you post more about reading books, for example, nowadays you must have seen people are posting like photographs with books. So people will start judging that you are more into bookish things. So whatever you post, people will start judging your image on the basis of that.
What role does social comparison play in our happiness on social media platforms?
Okay, so for example, you are posting something on social media, or like for example, you're posting a status or story. So people will start making a perception that you are in that particular phase. They'll not imagine that okay, you are not in that phase. They just find it interesting. That's why you posted it. But yes, it shows your present mental condition, your mental state. For example, you have posted a story about something, you can say sad, suicide or something. Your views will start judging that you are in a sad state and you may commit suicide. So it's like they will be judgmental towards you because of that. So if you are happy, if you are posting something about happiness, they will start having this perception. And if you are happy and still you are posting a sad story, they'll perceive that you are sad.
So do you think that Instagram is actually helping people with this too?
Yes, it's helping people with this, but yeah, moreover it has a bad side also. Every good side has a bad part also. So I feel Instagram is good if you use it wisely. And the most important concern is you should have a time limit to use it. I have seen people when they wake up in the morning, at least they need an hour before they just scroll Instagram reels. Usually people are not making reels, they're scrolling the reels and such contents. And if you see, every account have different kind of reels which usually shows to them. For example, if you are more religious, it will show you reels regarding aarti, different kind of, you can say, religious perspective. If you are more into making reels of dance and some different kind of moves, it will start showing you reels according to that. So it's like it's also helping you regarding, you can say, motivating sometimes. For example, it will show you motivating reels sometimes. But yes, the time limit should be there.
Okay, so how does the content we consume on social media affect our mood and happiness levels?
Exactly. So this is a bigger concern for today's generation. Is, for example, sometimes usually Instagram do have a policy that you cannot show violence, or you can say any kind of things which is not acceptable in that particular country. We have certain rules in the country, right? But yes, for example, you are in a happy mood and you are just talking and you saw a reel and that they are just killing like they are killing someone, or there is an accident in the reel. So you feel sad because of that. So sometimes it controls the emotion, especially in the sad side. For example, you were happy like initially, but you saw a reel and then you feel bad for the person. You have that small instinct that okay, something bad happened, or you saw a video of bomb blast. But if you see, Instagram do have a lot of policies, but sometimes the reels also shows to views. Such kind of reels also come to in the view of the viewers.
So the social media controlling people's emotions, is that leading to a better cause, or is that making people more harsh?
So yeah, if you ask a psychologist, this is leading towards a bad cause, because something which, any external thing which is controlling your emotions is always bad, because emotion is something a human should control by himself. For example, it's like no human should be fluid emotional. For example, you are going by, you are influenced by others. Either you are influenced by another person. For example, usually this happen. Recently, you must have seen people are committing suicide because of relationship, because their emotion well-being is controlled by another person. It is very much harmful for them. Same happens with social media. If your social media is making you happy or making you sad or making you feel something about anything, it's bad for you.
Yes, sir. Are there any strategies to use social media in a way that promotes happiness and mental well-being?
Yes, so recently I just came across certain pages by Government of India. So they used to make certain reels for certain kind of society and category of people. For example, government recently, this NIMHANS, you must have heard about NIMHANS, it's National Institute for Mental Health. It's in Bangalore. They have made certain Instagram pages during COVID times to make people aware about mental well-being, social media, and different kind of perspective. The reels were engaging. Along with that, it's also helping people educating about wise use of social media.
So do you think more people should use it that way, especially though there are many humor pages, there are meme pages. They sometimes use offensive memes.
Sometimes, not sometimes, mostly they are offensive. For example, if you see in India, the major concern is religious, caste, customs, and there are different kind of values. Sometimes rather than making a humor or fun of it, we just disgrace them. We just disrespect any religion or any custom, which creates sometimes distress in the country, may cause riots. You must have seen recently there was a video floating about a person and he was doing something inside a temple and it caused a riot in that area, because sometimes it could be a fun for you, but it could be taken as a different way. Exactly, because it's all about perspective. Different people will have different perspective of the reel. So making funny reels is good if it's like acceptable to all, but yeah, if it's like derogatory towards the religion, custom, any culture, then it's a bigger question for me.
What impact does social media have on our self-esteem and body image?
So okay, you must have seen people who dress up well and then they shoot Instagram reels, because everyone wanted to show in a better position. Or sometimes people do dress in a bad side to just get attention or to just get sympathy from everyone. You must have seen people are making reels just to get sympathy. Though they have a good economic condition, or you can say well-being condition, they do dress up in a bad state and they just try to get attention and this can say emotional attention from everyone, so that they can either get more views. For example, people are requesting different kind of things from everyone. Okay, please share our links. This is for good cause. Someone is ill, or we need your support. The recent example is that Vada Pav. You must have seen it. So it was like it got hyper like anything. So now if you see, more people are trying the same strategy. They're trying for example, if you see during COVID times, a cameraman will go to an influencer will go to a place, a person who is not earning well, he will just shoot a video and request his follower to please go to this place and try his food, so he will get famous. This has a good side, because obviously the person will get good earning. He'll get the transfer of the followers of a person towards his well-being, towards his economic condition. But sometimes it also hit us in that area. People will start following the person like blindly. This also has a question: okay, your followers are following you for a good cause or for a bad cause.
So many people use their body image and other things for bad causes too, to
Yes.
create memes and other things. Do you think that's that should be changed or
That should be
work
changed. You know,
on?
in India we have a lot of rules. For example, if somebody has posted something, another person will take out that image and will make out a meme of that. For example, you must have seen movies, but yes, movie is a public thing. You can do with actor or actress, but not with a common population. For example, if you see I remember, I don't remember his name. The guy is from Bihar. It's a small guy who used to say कि हमको IAS बनना है. If now if you see that person was, he has never imagined कि okay, he'll later be a meme material for everyone. But now everyone is making meme of him. Like we'll see different kind of cards are made as meme. So that cat voice, like different kind of people are making memes out of it. Sometimes it's very disrespectful towards a person, and later he'll be like, okay, I'm famous, but famous in a bad way.
How does perception of social media portrays of others' lives affect our happiness? Like what others show, how does it affect our happiness?
This is the most interesting part. So, for example, you and your classmates, they are just posting certain kind of photos on stories, and so you'll be like, okay, my friend is riding a good car, so I should be having it. So you have कि आपको जब दूसरी की चीज दिखती है तो आपको और ज्यादा उसकी तरफ अट्रैक्शन होता है कि नहीं मेरा फ्रेंड कर रहा है, सो आई शुड बी डूइंग इट. फॉर एग्जांपल योर फ्रेंड इज यूजिंग हुक्का, यू विल लाइक यार सब कर रहे हैं, इट लुक्स कूल. So either if I'm not doing it, still I'll make a reel. I'll just do hookah not doing it exactly, but I'll do it just for the purpose of reel or posting on social media because it looks cool. If someone is dressing in a certain kind of attire, people will start copying it because it looks cool. Or if a person is having more views, people will start talking about, okay, you had that thing yesterday because you have posted that on social media. So for example, it sometimes makes you happy, but also sometimes, for example, if a person is not able to afford that thing, he'll be sad, okay, everyone is having it, but I cannot get it just because they cannot afford it. So happiness and sadness, they are there.
It affects people's personal lives too.
Exactly.
Two different social media platforms have varying effects on our happiness.
Exactly. So if you see Instagram is something which is most influential nowadays. But same time, if you see Facebook and other kind of different things, Facebook nowadays is known as you can say fake news factory. People are posting any random things because Facebook's policy for curbing fake news is very much diluted. Any random person will become a news spreader and he will spread any random news on Facebook. But on Instagram, things are very much filtered. Instagram is very much conscious about news, nudity, and different kind of perspectives are there. For example, if you are posting violence, they'll remove your reel, they'll remove your post. So they are two platforms, but they will have different effect on our happiness and sadness. And you know, there is a balance of age also. If you ask your parents, they'll be more comfortable into Facebook because that certain kind of news things are more into Facebook. Instagram barely is lesser on the news. It's more on, you can say, modernized things about food, gadgets, fashion, clothing, and different kind of activities. So it's like the age gaps are also there. Your parents must be more comfortable into Facebook, and you will be more comfortable to Instagram because these two platforms are serving content as per your age.
So do you have a personal opinion on any one of the platforms that should be removed or it should be banned for some time? Is there any?
If you see different social media platforms, I personally think X really needs to have some policies about it. For example, nudity. You cannot post anything on Facebook or Instagram, but X has no policy for that. And even I have seen people are posting some, you can say, recorded videos which should not be there. Like they have spy camera videos on Twitter because Twitter has no policy for them. So Twitter is serving it blindly in India. Even for example, people are making MMS, they're posting on Twitter because Twitter, it's X now. It has no policy for that. So there should be policy compliance with India. And recently, that is why Twitter has a lot of fights with the government of India because they're not following the Indian policies.
Okay, so can social media lead to feelings of loneliness or isolation?
Yes, sometimes. For example, as I already said, if you're feeling sad and you saw a reel, some reels will start you just scroll a reel, you find a similar kind of state. Usually people must have seen, if you're sad, you'll see a reel which also shows the same condition that someone got breakup or certain similar condition. That you'll see, okay, someone else is there in the life. You'll just open the page, you'll start seeing all is real, and you find, okay, the person is having exact same condition which I am having it, and that will lead you to more into that instant. You'll be more sad for that. And sadness is it's more faster than happiness. If someone is posting same condition of happiness just like you will not feel much desirous about it. But if someone is sad, you'll be like, okay, someone is there, so you'll start feeling more sad than you were in the previous state. So yes, that's leading you towards the bad side.
So like you said, social media is actually controlling people's emotions. Now.
Exactly.
That should be stopped. Or
Exactly.
That should be controlled.
People should understand that this social media is it's a tool. It's not a human, or it's not someone who should control your emotions. Emotion is something you should be strong from inside. Your self-esteem should be that strong that you cannot be controlled by anyone from outside. A random guy posting reels on Instagram should not be controlling your emotions.
What advice would you give to listeners to cultivate a healthy relationship with social media while maintaining their happiness and well-being?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to suggest that there are certain pages in India. For example, Humans of Bombay, Humans of Delhi. They are posting very amazing content about, you can say, motivational content. For example, they recently posted about a guy, though he was not that famous before that post. So he's from Haryana. So one day he was walking towards his school. He was just in class 12, and he saw two local goons. They murdered 2 policemen. And what happened? They filed a case against him. Okay, you did that, and he fought that case for 12 years, and he didn't get justice for that. And during this, because now we have right to education in India, even a criminal, even a jail inmate can go for education. He pursued law from this Chaudhry Charan Singh University, Meerut. So what happened now? If that guy is a lawyer, he fought his own case. Now he's proved as innocent, and now he's damn famous on Instagram. So that is, you can say, a good side of it.
Okay, so there should be more pages like this. You're saying?
Exactly, there should be more pages. But nowadays, if you compare it, motivational pages are very much less, and you can say the meme pages and pages which do so, we can say, derogatory things about people. They're more into it. That's why you must have seen recently many of the accounts were removed from Instagram because they have a, you can say, daily habit. They used to post anything on the social media.
So do you think social media is actually being used as more as a it's being used wrong? You're saying it can be used in a better way.
It can be used in better because like in different kind of media, social media is the one which has a higher reach and a lesser time. That's why if we are using it in a positive side, for example, there should be you can say certain kind of pages which is specifically for people who are suffering with mental issues. For example, if someone is sad, if someone is like depression, there should be pages for specific pages for them. For example, the person should be allowed to, okay, you will just scroll these reels, and the person will be like aligned to those reels. They can answer on and they can put the comments over it. Okay, I have similar issues, what I should do. And there should be other specialized people who will just like keep answering that question. But if you see what will happen in now present day scenario, if someone explains, okay, I'm not feeling well on his story, people will just and start making fun of him. If someone is like, okay, this is my own story, you will see the comments, people will start trolling the person. They'll just put any comments. You won't start seeing comments are more funnier than the post.
Yes. So, and many brands have been using humor to advertise their products.
And the best example is Zomato and
yes.
Swiggy. Even Swiggy just copied. Zomato, if you see, they just use this, you can say, pun and the fun of social media like in the best way. They are giving you comments like, "Tum bhooke ho, bhook lagi hai, kuch khana dilaye tumhe." There's more personalized, it's a relation with the customer, and this is something best use of social media.
So do you think more brands should use social media in a humor type of way, in a positive manner?
Exactly.
Many use it in a negative manner.
Exactly. But what happens sometimes, brand don't go for a fieldwork properly. They don't see the audience's acceptance. Sometimes some of their ads become derogatory towards the custom release or something, and then it's a big sparking issue in India. And then people will start posting, okay, boycott this particular brand or something.
So do you have your personal opinion on time management for young teenagers and
time management should be there. For example, never ever open your Instagram when you are like spending time in the morning. Just wake up, like do something, and don't scroll social media directly. Because I've seen people just they woke up in the bed and they just start scrolling Instagram reels. There should be a time. I'm not saying don't use social media, but there should be a fixed time. For example, after college or when you're walking towards your home, just start scrolling it. Or when you're sitting alone, just start. Or before you go to sleep, just scroll it and just leave it. Second thing is, when you're going out with your friends or family, never ever touch your phone. I have seen people are just going out or in a family function, they're sitting with their cousins, they all are using mobile phones. Rather than going for such virtual enjoyment, you should keep your phone aside and enjoy the real life environment. Like talk to your parents, talk to your friends, and such, you can say, this mobile sickness or mobile hazard. It's also causing a kind of depression to the people around them. So they're not talking to anyone, they're talking to a mobile phone or virtual phone. They're talking to Instagram, they are showing the Instagram fans doing something, but they'll not tell their parents, okay, I'm in trouble.
So do you think there should be changes in Instagram's policy or Facebook policies about time management or?
See, policies are no social media can control you. Okay, if you use Instagram more than an hour, they'll stop that application. They cannot do because it's a company. They have to earn the profit. But there should be a policy. There should be, you can say, presumption by the user and by the parents. Because I have seen today youngsters are using it more because parents are not giving concern to them. They don't even ask you what are you using it in mobile phone. They should be controlled because now even if you see every mobile phone has this feature, they'll tell you how much time you have used this particular application. So parents are the one who can do a check and balances over it. And second, the user should be knowing okay, I should not be wasting money, but I should not be wasting my time on these. I should be like proper time management should be there. Okay, 1 hour is for Instagram and rest I'll focus on studies, I'll do something productive. Or something you can say, if you really wanted to make reels or something, you can do something like, for example, if you're good in some drawings, start making drawings and put reels on Instagram. Rather than watching some random reels on Instagram, you should start doing it. Or if you are good in cooking something, you can go for it. Recently I saw a video, there's a guy from Punjab. So he's a specially able. Though sometimes I saw some people do like put some derogatory comments under his post, but he's a good into cooking. So daily he used to make a meal for him. So it's like he's on wheels. Still he used to make a meal for him, and he got that famous on Instagram. So he's pursuing his you can say hobby.
Yes. So and do you personally find some brands that promote happiness through social media? Do you know some brands personally whose ads you like or the way they use the social media?
So I would say the one technological brand that I remember is Samsung. So if you see Samsung never ever promotes their product directly. They'll show a social social relation. I still remember when I was in my masters, because I'm from Himachal, so I saw they were shooting that in my area only. So Samsung had added that okay, there's a school for especially able kids who cannot see. So they had a TV because they are all dependent on their ears. The TV got bad. It's not audible at all. So what Samsung did, Samsung has sent the repairing van from Delhi to the it's like the outer part of Himachal in Ladakh in our area. So what happens? It shows that Samsung is reachable to all its customers. This is a bigger thing. Though Samsung never advertised okay they are doing something. Usually what if you see brand always focus on their brand name, but Samsung focus on social cause. And if you see all Samsung ad are based on such concept of that they are more into social cause. And it's okay, someone is doing something for the society, and it makes you happy. Yes, there's something different kind of family.
That's great, sir. And lastly, I will ask you a last question. It is, do you have an idea on how social media can help with happiness? Your personal opinion.
So my personal opinion is first there should be more pages which you can say show you real life story. People are playing with animals. Okay, something is there. So such kind of pages should be there. Second is there should be a government you can say initiative for it. There should be a social media control for this particular thing. That all the reels or the posts who serve sadness to the society should be removed immediately. For example, violence. Or for example, if someone is doing something bad in that part that people are posting on Instagram, it should be removed. For example, if you take a real life example, if you are just scrolling reels and you found that your friend got injured in a car accident and you saw that image or something, it will make you sad because even if you don't know the person, still it will make you sad because you saw something which is not acceptable as a happiness path. Right? So there should be control over such thing. Even as a user, one should always remember he or she should not post anything in a public domain when it's very much disrespectful. Secondly, when it will make someone very sad. For example, something happened in a family or something like people will start directly posting on social media. I recently saw someone a person, he has a grandmother, she died, and he's making a reel of that death scenario, which is I think it's not acceptable at all. People are making this for the sake of getting you can say views. So three things we should be done. First is government should make. Second, as a user, we should also make consent.
So that's great. Those were all the questions. Thank you for coming to the podcast. It was a really great.
Well, it was a really great